Hi, how are you? My name is Pete, and today I'm going to show you the most important changes in the TLC 3 update for ARK Survival Evolved. Firstly, let me start by saying that all the patch notes are linked down in the description in case you want to check them out, but I'm just going to cover the most important changes, in my opinion, in the recent update. So in this update we have a big changes to two of the dinos, one being Mammoth and the other one being Stego. So let me start with the Mammoth. So as you can see straight away, there's a different design for the Mammoth saddle, and it actually has a drum in the back of it. So to access the drum, you need to hop off the Mammoth, hold the E key button and go to passenger seats and board drum platform. Now here's the little mini game that you have to make sure that you hit the left click button and exact the right time to activate the boost. And as you can see on the bottom right hand corner here, the boost is activated, and as long as you don't miss 2 or more marks in a row, the boost will still active. And as you can see, the boost is called Ready for War, and what it does is it recovers your stamina faster, and it also makes you and everyone around you immune to fear. And if you look around, you can actually see the area that status will affect. So all the dinos within that area will get affected by that status. Now it changes to nighttime mode here, so you can actually see it because it's very hard to see it during the day. So apart from the drums and the obvious visual differences, you can see his head looks a little bit different than before, as well as his legs look a little bit longer to me. So apart from that, you also have a new attacks. Here's the left click, when he does a kind of like a swipe attack and pushes everyone away. And the right click is actually a grab. So let me grab something for you. Now it can only grab small to medium-sized creatures. I'm sure the list of all the available creatures to grab will be soon on Wikipedia. For now, there isn't one. But as you can see here, we have Lystrosaurus, and I can grab him no problem. Once the dino is grabbed, or a human, you can actually throw him away by aiming with that little crosshair wherever you want to throw the dino or a human. And just right click it again to throw it. Now the last attack is a previous secondary attack, which now you do with the spacebar. And once you hit the spacebar, you can see it actually gathers wood, and that attack also has a big knockback effect. Now the last new option for Mammoth is actually under a C key, which gives the status effect to all the other dinos. As you can see, this Mammoth here got that status effect. You can tell by those little red stars above his head. And basically what it does, it lowers the damage output of that dino. And from my calculation, it seems like it lowers it by 25%. Now let me show you here. So I'm just gonna grab my assault rifle and pay attention to the damage I do to that Mammoth. So at first I do 32 per shot. As you can see now, I have the intimidated status effect on the bottom right hand corner. And if I shot at him now, I do 24 damage per bullet. So that calculates to roughly about 25% lower damage output. Also lastly, that C attack that gives the status effect, if you use it near the water, the Mammoth will actually suck in that water and throw it all over himself and yourself, and that can get rid of your heat effect status. So whenever you're overheating, just go with the Mammoth into the water, press C button, and it will lower your temperature. It's also effective against the flames. So if you put on fire, go to water, press C button, and the burning effect will be gone. So let me show you the new Stego. So visually, I think there isn't much differences. There's a little bit of differences on his back here with all those elements here, and I think his head looks a little bit different. Here's what's new in Stego. So now you have 3 different instances that you can put your Stego in. So the first being hardened plate. As you can see, you get that little animation of him shaking around. And also you get the notification on the top right hand corner, and it says hardened, and it reduces the incoming damage and also prevents the dismount. Also in that status, the Stego gets additional bonus for gathering wood. I'm on the one-time server right now, and let me show you how much wood am I getting. So as you can see, I'm getting good amount of wood out of those tiny little trees. Now the second instance that you can put your dino in, which by the way you do with the C button on your keyboard, it's called heavy plate, and as you can see, again you get the different animation. You can technically also tell not only by the top right hand corner icon, but also by the way your dino's back looks like, which state are you in. So in the heavy plate state, the dino will apply slow down effect on all the dinos it will attack, and it will also prevent dismounting, as well as it gets bonus for collecting touch. And as you can see, I get good amount of touch here from one swipe, although the downside is I also collect berries with that swipe. So if you try and attack something and you're surrounded by bushes, keep that in mind. Now the last stance, it's called sharpened stance, and as you can see, it has extra effect on armor penetration, as well as it also prevents the dismount. And in this stance, it gives you a bonus to collecting berries. So I'm not sure how well you can see that, but I actually get more berries than before. Another useful new feature of Stego is that you can actually impale the dinos. So you can see that little crosshair in the middle. If you are able to impale that dino, it will turn red. Now it seems to work based on the amount of health the dino has. Now as you can see here, I have a Rex here, and the crosshair doesn't go red because his health is too high. However, if I hit him a couple of times and lower his health, there you go, you see the crosshair becomes red. And now I'm able to impale him, but by using the right click attack. And there you go, it's impaled, and the dino will stay impaled for as long as your stamina will last. So while you're impaling the dino, your stamina will slowly drain, so keep an eye on that. Also, as you could see here, I had a little bit of trouble because you actually need to kind of have the dino you're trying to impale on one of your sides. It can't be directly in front of you because then it's pretty tricky to get it to work. Now, and the last thing I want to show you is the new feature with the taming bar. So as you can see, I knocked out the Rex here and everything looks normal as it used to. However, if I go into menu and I go to that little new icon called taming list, you can see I have all the information I need for tamed dino. So if I have more dinos here, I will have more dinos in this list, and you can track each dino individually, or you can just track them all. And once the dino is tracked, you get that little hood icon, which you can see all the way from across the map, even if you can't see the dino itself. Let me show you here just by going further away. And there you go. Now I'm 390 meters away, and I can still see where the dino I'm taming is if I have the dino tracked. And you can tell that by that little icon here. If the dino is untracked, you can't see it and it disappears off the hood. Also, as I said before, you get all the important information. So the food status, also the health, and also the taming status bar, as well as the torpor status, and taming effectiveness, and the amount of levels you're gonna get. Also, the new update added the possibility of mating few dinos that they couldn't be mated before, like mantises or wyverns. But as I said before, for full list, please click the link down in the description. I just wanted to cover all the most important changes in the TLC 3 update. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, please leave it a like and consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.